Good morning and welcome back to Ride and Steel. Steve Marois here.
On June 12th, host Todd Sanders and I made our way to Laconia Harley-Davidson in New Hampshire to meet up with and make new friends that put together a series of events that are held throughout Laconia Bike Week called the Rally in the Valley. On this day, we were to accompany some riders to an unveiling of the new monument recently erected to memorialize the famous Old Man of the Mountain, located in New Hampshire's Franconia Notch State Park.
So stay tuned. When we come back from these short messages, Todd Sanders will be introducing you to some of the people that make that happen. Ride and Steel is brought to you by...
An accommodating and friendly staff is waiting to serve you at the Taste of Maine restaurant, located on Route 1 in Woolwich, Maine. The Taste of Maine offers delicious food and a beautiful view. Or perhaps you're holding a special event. Our banquet rooms and ample parking are sure to meet your needs. Be sure to tell them Ride and Steel sent you for your 10% discount. Located on Route 1 just north of Bath, it's the Taste of Maine. Call 443-4554 to schedule your event.
Motorcycle accidents can happen like this. People in cars sometimes don't see people on bikes. The results of someone's carelessness can bring devastation to a victim and a family.
Hello, my name is Stephen Marois, and I am the producer of Ride and Steel, and it pleases me to announce our newest affiliate and supporter, Lowry & Associates.
Lowry & Associates has represented many victims of motorcycle accidents over the years, and if you are injured in a motorcycle accident, we will make very sure that you get the maximum recovery possible.
Lowry & Associates, we treat our clients like family.
Big Moose Harley-Davidson is your destination when shopping for a new or used bike in the Portland area. At Big Moose, we have all you need to be part of the legend. Riding apparel, clothing, full line of parts and accessories, dependable service, and a financial department dedicated to meeting your needs.
Come in and experience the customer-first attitude at Big Moose Harley-Davidson, where the legend rolls on.
If you're looking to detail your auto or bike, check out Banana Banners, located at 160 Main Street, Bowdenham, Maine, or go to ourpeel.com.
Todd Sanders back here in Meredith, New Hampshire at Laconia Bike Week. With me I have Audley Williams. You are the promotions manager for Rally in the Valley, or the promotions agent for Rally in the Valley?
I'm just one of the crew for Rally in the Valley. So I happen to be the media officer for the Mount Washington Valley Hogs. And this is the Rally in the Valley is an event that the Hogs, this is our 4th year doing it. And what we do is a lot of different events, including rides. Also, we got a fashion show coming up, and also a tattoo contest. You got to remember our belly dancers coming too. It's a big fun event. But all the
belly dancers, Steve. We've yet to cover a belly dancing event, so we look forward to that.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to get down there for the belly dancers as well. But all the money that we raise through the Rally in the Valley events goes to the Hog Scholarship Fund. And what we do is we provide scholarships for students who are going to be progressing on to trade schools out of high school. So we got Jay and PA with us here as well, a couple of our Hog members, and out on this rainy ride for today, but for a good cause. As this ride in particular is for veterans, firefighters, and police officers.
So there's a wide variety of causes that you guys get together and ride to support.
This one we're getting together with the Laconia Harley-Davidson group and putting that all together with the Blue Knights, the Red Knights, and the DAV? I'm trying to remember one of the veterans groups. Yeah, American Legion, I'm sorry. American Legion, that's who it is, yeah.
So a couple groups coming together for a very worthy cause. You guys, 4th year of the run, is what you told me. Have you guys been involved all 4 years?
I haven't, no.
How many years have you been doing this?
This is the first time I've done it with these guys.
And you said the rain, we got the rain. I mean, rain is a common occurrence for Laconia Bike Week.
It's called Rainconia for a reason.
Right. And how long have you been involved in the event?
I've been 4 years. Try to stay behind the scenes. We're out of sight and out of mind. That's for me.
And it's every one of all these runs that we cover. It's amazing the amount of work that goes into pulling something off like this. A lot of people show up for these runs and partake in them, but they don't realize the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. So it takes guys like you doing the dirty work so you can pull events like this off. Have a safe ride today. Hopefully a dry ride.
I hope so. That's what we need.
I'm sure we'll get you on the road. Okay, and I'm back with Audley. We're going to talk a little bit more about the run, a little more specifics. It's a run to the Old Man of the Mountain,
right?
Because as people are probably aware, through natural occurrences, the old man is no more.
No, the old man at the bottom of the hill is what happened, unfortunately. But what they've done is they've created an interesting monument where it's not actually on the mountain, but it's like it's hard to describe. It's a series of pieces that you look at, so it creates a 3D effect and makes it look like you're looking at the old man. But there's a dedication of going on that for today, and so that's where we're heading to Franconia for the old man in the mountain dedication of the whole thing there.
Steve also mentioned on the way up that not only are you an organizer of a motorcycle event, but you're also a local celebrity, so to speak, a radio personality. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I don't know if celebrity is the right word, but you know, hey, look at you. You're on the TV hosting a program. You're a celebrity. So
misery loves company.
That's true in this business, but we won't go into that right now. I work for WPKQ 103.7. We are affiliated with WOKQ, which is 97.5 out of the seacoast of New Hampshire. But our 103.7 towers on top of Mount Washington. We broadcast into Vermont, Maine, up to Canada, and all over the place. And I do a little program called North Country Notebook. It's basically public service announcements. I have those recorded, so they're running all the time. And so a lot of the rides that you will see on Ridin Steel are also on 103.7 as well. And the rides and the events going on for Rally in the Valley will also be broadcast as well.
Right, and Steve mentioned that you've been doing a great job promoting Riding Steel and the events that we've been covering, so we thank you for that. You shared with us an interesting story as we were walking across the street here about how you actually became aware of Riding Steel. Can you just share that and put a little kudos out to someone for us?
Well, I have several children. I won't go into exactly how many, but all of them have ridden with me at one point or another. My youngest one, 12, he was watching television in his room, and he came running downstairs, and he flipped on the TV in my kitchen, and he goes, Dad, look at this program. Look at these guys. They're all riding motorcycles. Look at that. So that was it's Riding Steel, and I've been watching since. And also have some other friends from the Red Knights, apparently, MJ and Jocelyn Britton.
Actually, Steve talked to them earlier. So.
Yeah, I saw them over there too. So, I've been riding on and off with them for several years as well. And so they also made me aware of the program, and so it's great. You guys do a great job with promoting these events. And at WPKQ, like I said, I try to do my job, and that's promoting these events as well, and nonprofits, and helping helping everybody here.
And it's networking, and we appreciate the support you give us, certainly, and we'll give you throw some support for you. And parents, when your kids say, come and watch something on TV, go and watch it, because it could be Riding Steel. So we're about ready to get headed on the road here for the run up to Franconia Notch. This is the fourth ride. Obviously, this airs in the wintertime.
Yes.
So people will be watching. When they're watching this, the ride will have already come and gone, unfortunately.
Right.
If they were interested in being involved, how would they get information about the ride? Where would they be able to register for the ride? What locations, that type of thing?
Well, for all the events for Rally in the Valley, rallyinthevalley.net is the place to go. But decided to go with this a few years ago, and again, growing every year. But it's always during Bike Week.
So you mentioned growing every year. Every year it is getting bigger and better.
It is. And we also are working with Laconia on this one. It's not that we're trying to be in competition with Laconia. We're all working together on this. Again, some of our guided rides are coming right back here to Laconia. So that's,
again, it's that one hand helping the other.
Absolutely. That's the way we try to do it. And everybody works together, and it makes everybody a success.
Well, we want to thank you for inviting us to the Live Free or Die state. We're kind of branching out in New Hampshire. Most of the stuff that we cover is in Maine. We are going to be going to Connecticut later in the summer for a big event down there. Is it?
Originally from there. I've been in New Hampshire for a long time. But
you're always from away, right? Is it like Maine? If you come from away, you're always from away, or are they more accepting in New Hampshire?
In New Hampshire? Once you're here, I guess.
So, every year getting bigger and better. We wish you luck. Hopefully we'll be back to cover more. We look to branching out in New Hampshire, and if you're a ride organizer and you would like your run covered on Riding Steel, or you'd like to promote it on Riding Steel, go to ridingsteel.com, become a member, and get it on the calendar, and we will promote your event as well, because we're always looking to promote, it doesn't matter what state boundary lines are, we're looking to promote good things for good causes.
Absolutely. That's what I did. I went and joined the Riding Steel program, put my little event up there for Rally in the Valley, and you guys, great job. Love it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Once again, thank you.
All righty.
Have a safe ride.
You too.
Thanks.
Naples Custom Motorsports, the fast-growing motorsports business in the region. A full-service facility supplying you with custom bike building, fabrication, and paint, specializing but not limited to Harley-Davidsons, offering a full line of parts, accessories, and apparel. located at the intersection of Route 302 and Kansas Road in Naples, Maine.
Hi, I'm Dennis Laliberty with Naples Custom Motorsports. Come on down and see us here where you're going to get the best selection of late model used motorcycles, custom paintwork, repair, service, parts, and apparel. We look forward to seeing you soon. Come on down.
The Railroad Restaurant and Pub, a beautifully restored train depot located in the heart of Lisbon Falls. Providing a full breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu specializing in seafood and home-cooked meals, with ample room to accommodate your event. Call 353-6069. When in Lisbon Falls, stop in and visit the friendly folks of the Railroad Restaurant and Pub.
For honest, professional, courteous service through your real estate journey, contact me, Wendy Gallant, at Caldwell Banker Lakes Region Properties in Naples, Maine, your friendly neighborhood realtor.
Laconia Bike Week is one of the largest bike rallies in the nation, and with the state of New Hampshire being our closest neighbor and a portion of it able to receive our broadcast, it only makes sense for Ridin Steel to reach out and cover some of the charity rides and do what we can to support them. It is my hopes that some of the friends we made there will contact us for next riding season. But for now, it was time to head for Franconia's Notch State Park.
He took down the road. He took off down the road and left his baby cold, and so now they're never happy anymore.
The Laconia Rally has its roots in June of 1916, when a few hundred motorcyclists gathered at Weir's Beach in Laconia, New Hampshire. As the interest grew year after year, the event was officially recognized by the Federation of American Motorcyclists. They were later to be called the American Motorcyclists Association, as part of the Gypsy Tour, where motorcyclists celebrated races and hill climbs for an entire weekend. The Federation of American Motorcyclists continued to sanction the event until 1960.
Many years passed, her sadness turned to hate. Many years passed, her sadness turned to hate. And as sadness turned to hate.
However, Laconia's Bike Week did see times of trouble. During the summer of 1965, a riot between motorcycle gangs and local police broke out, which brought national media attention to Laconia. The police and city officials began to view the rally as a major inconvenience. Laconia officials imposed stricter law enforcement, and the number of events during the week began to decline. The rally was eventually minimized to a 3-day weekend and saw a large decline in the number of participants. It wasn't until the early 1990s that, in an effort to increase tourism, Laconia businesses approached the Federation of American Motorcyclists for their support to bring the rally back to a week-long event. Eventually, the business owners joined in a coalition with local motorcycle groups and founded the Laconia Motorcycle Rally and Race Association, which organizes and schedules all events associated with Motorcycle Week. This group is also responsible for promoting the event nationwide and issuing licenses to vendors. Laconia's Motorcycle Week, or Laconia's Bike Week, is now a 9-day event which officially ends on Father's Day.
Straight to the ground and left him close the door. Shut him down straight to the ground and left him close the door.
It's been over 30 years since I've been to Franconia's Notch. I remember the old man of the mountain. I had no idea what this memorial was to look like, so I was looking forward to the unveiling.
So Todd, I appreciate you coming along, buddy. And
Thanks.
the old man on the mountain. Do you happen to know when the face fell off?
I don't know when the face fell off.
Me neither. This is good exercise. We're actually hiking for charity.
It's the bike and hike.
Good one.
Our walk took us to the base of the mountain near Profile Lake, where the first phase of the Old Man of the Mountain Memorial was located. Quite a few people had gathered for this special event, including many of New Hampshire's dignitaries, complete with color guard, bugler, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ski area. My name is John DeVivo. I have the pleasure of being the general manager here at Cannon Mountain Ski Area and Franconia Notch State Park. We've set things up nicely. There's no rain right now. It's just windy enough to keep the bugs at bay. Everybody should be fine. I don't see any fidgeting in the audience. We're so happy to welcome all of you to Franconia Notch State Park to dedicate the monument to the Old Man of the Mountain. The Old Man of the Mountain Legacy Fund has never wavered in its commitment to memorializing the Old Man of the Mountain and creating a new attraction that would provide a memorable experience to visitors, both those who remember the Old Man and those who never had a chance to see him. This first phase is a huge step forward. Kudos to the Old Man Legacy Fund for reaching this goal. We have a very distinguished group assembled today, including Commissioner George Bald of the Department of Resources and Economic Development, Representative Kathy Taylor, Colonel Dick Martell is with us today, Selectman Rich McLeod, Executive Councilor Ray Burton, I know I saw Councilor Burton, Representative Robert Taberge out of Berlin, and Representative Elaine Swinford. At this time, White Mountain Regional High School's Junior ROTC Color Guard, led by Lieutenant Colonel Daryl Gerhardt, will now post colors and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. To my left, please.
Color Guard, hold, present, arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll now have a brief remembrance ceremony for those participating in the Watching Over Us motorcycle ride, honoring victims of 9/11 and fallen police and firefighters. First, David O'Brien, director of the American Legion Riders out of Conway, and then David Nielsen, who along with his father Niels Nielsen, was one of the original caretakers of the Old Man of the Mountain from the Red and Blue Knights. Gentlemen.
Hello, my name is David O'Brien. I represent the American Legion Riders, Chapter 12, Post 46 out of North Conway, New Hampshire. I'd like to thank the Blue Knights and the Red Knights for inviting us on this ride today. I also want to thank Jack Dunbar from the Mount Washington Valley Hog Chapter for putting the three of us together. Just to let you guys know who we are, we have 20 chapters in the state of New Hampshire, over 500 members, as well as over 1,200 chapters worldwide. Last year, the New Hampshire ALR raised over $40,000 for local and national charities. We look forward to working with all the three groups we came with today in the future. Thank you for joining us today. Have a safe day.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am David Nielsen, the last official caretaker. This gets harder and harder. I'm also the president of the local Blue Knights Motorcycle Club, which is for active and retired law enforcement officers. Part of the board of directors of the Legacy Fund and the president of the Old Man of the Mountain Museum. My connection to the Old Man and to this memorial obviously is a little deeper than most, but I would like to personally thank you all for being here today. I'd like to thank Jack Dunbar for helping to set this up. It was his idea to bring the motorcycles and to tie the motorcycles in with our celebration here today. Those that participated raised some funds for police-related, fire-related, EMS-related, and military-related charities today. I'd like to thank them for their participation. Not everyone would come out on such a day and ride their motorcycle just for the fun of it. Will not apologize for the weather. After all, this is New Hampshire. I will be around for a little bit afterwards if anybody would like to talk. And again, thank you very much. Have a good day.
We have a World Cup telemark skier based right here at Cannon, Corey Snyder from Profile High School, on the bugle. This is a happy day for all of us who miss the old man. and who love the proud heritage of Franconia Notch. From its discovery in 1805, this unique formation has been a defining feature of the New Hampshire experience. Scientists, artists, and writers helped make the Old Man famous in the 19th century. One of the White Mountain's grandest hotels, the Profile House, stood near this spot for nearly a century and could accommodate 900 people. When it burned in 1923, leaving the land vulnerable to being taken over by greedy logging interests, the state stepped in to buy the 6,000 acres you see here. The Society of Protection of New Hampshire Forests, with other partners and thousands of donations, raised $200,000 to match the state's appropriation to buy the Old Man and the surrounding land. Franconia Notch Forest Reservation and State Park was dedicated on this spot in September 1928 as a memorial to the men and women who served this nation in time of war, and rededicated today. Today is another milestone and a huge contrast to that sad day in May 2003 that the Old Man fell. We put him back on the mountain with Ron Major and Shelley Bradbury's brilliant design. Where are you, Ron and Shelley? You're out there somewhere? Right here. There you are, there you are. Magnificent, I think a magnificent memorial. This project was funded entirely with private contributions. There are no state or federal money involved. It's all private folks who stepped up to the plate and purchased a paver over there as one of the ways of funding it. I would like to acknowledge, however, our two primary leadership sponsors, the Omni Mount Washington Hotel and Resort and the McDonald's Restaurants of New Hampshire.
3, 2, 1,
The designers that came up with the concept of the memorial are Ron Magers and Shelley Bradbury of Massachusetts. The project is to be completed in 3 phases, with the Lakeside Pavilion and steel profilers being the first. The original structure formed by glaciers many years ago fell on May 3, 2003. The memorial was designed in a way that people wishing to see what the Old Man of the Mountain used to look like could stand on the pavilion, which would mark their height, and they could look up at the steel profilers and line up the irregular edges. I found the memorial to be quite clever in design. The second phase of the Old Man Memorial design calls for 5 granite monoliths to be placed in such a way that when they are viewed in sequence from a raised platform, they appear to merge into one form, evoking the outline of the rock profile. Stage 3 will involve the cables and turnbuckles the caretakers used to hold the Old Man together for years past, and to honor them as well. It is the hopes of the Friends of the Old Man of the Mountain that by completing this memorial, that the thousands of tourists accustomed to traveling to New Hampshire to view the Old Man will continue to return and share the history of this unique state park. If you would like to support this project, please go to the Old Man of the Mountain Legacy Fund.org.
Really nice meeting
and
you.
learn more.
We're going to be heading out. We want to thank you all for inviting us down here to New Hampshire and participate in this, I think, a very worthy cause.
Wonderful.
Because I remember the Old Man of the Mountain when I came here about 30 plus years ago.
Yeah.
And, you know, to think that it's gone, you know. But this monument thing is really interesting, how they went and design this thing that wherever you stand, you can put the man on the mountain back again. And it's very good, very nice. Nice meeting you, all right?
Nice
and stay in
you.
touch, all right,
Yeah,
please?
yeah, we'll go on your website and check you out. We'll see you later. Thank you for coming.
Hi, I'm Mike Paul, and I've been pouring residential and commercial foundations in Southern Maine for 26 years. Mike Paul Foundations works with contractors and homeowners. We are fully insured. Mike Paul Foundations also on Facebook. Find us, like us, and receive a 5% discount on the upcoming project. So call us today for your free estimate.
Mike Paul Foundations. Let his 26 years of experience be your guide to your new project. Give him a call today.
For your concrete jobs, big or small, call Mike Paul.
Welcome to North Country Harley Davidson, one of the best resources for parts, accessories, and motor clothes. North Country Harley Davidson. Not just any Harley, your Harley.
Looking for a destination in Gardner, Maine? Stop by Mike's Water Street Grill. Located on 463 Water Street, Gardner, Mike's Water Street Grill offers great food, entertainment, and daily specials, and ample parking for your special event. You're only a stranger once at Mike's Water Street Grill. Call 582-9464 or find us on Facebook. Contact the Ironhurst Company at 725-6793, offering a unique alternative for that final ride. The goal that Todd and I set out to accomplish on this day was to go to Laconia Bike Week in New Hampshire, meet and make new friends, and to let them know that Ridin Steel is there for them also. Thanks to my good friends MJ and Jocelyn Britton, I was introduced to Audley Williams, and learned that he has been going to our calendar on Ridin Steel's website to share with his radio listeners the many charity rides our two states are having each weekend. It is this spirit of cooperation that we of Ridin Steel are looking for. We're here to film and highlight your charity ride so that numbers and participation grow. Businesses continue to see how wise it is to support the ride, and the general public learns that the biker stereotype doesn't apply to all that ride. And above all, and most importantly, we continue to reach out to those that may be suffering or experiencing hardship in their lives. If you're from the state of New Hampshire and you would like to contact us or learn more, go to ridinsteel.com or find me on Facebook. Before we call this show a wrap, I want to take you to a more recent event which just occurred last Sunday. At Raven's Roost, the Get on the Bandwagon Now board members organized a Thanksgiving bash in hopes of raising funds to assist families with cancer. It was put together on a donation-only basis and no one would be turned away. All the fixings for a complete Thanksgiving dinner was donated, as was the entertainment provided by 5 bands. The event started at 10:30 a.m. with the viewing of this week's episode of Ridin Steel. And then we had a Ridin Steel jam session. Bands such as Audio Vault, Firewater Creek, Mad Castle, and No Guts, No Glory, and Matt Raven Tenney donated their time, all pitched in to make this day a success. Are you talking to me? It was a lot of fun, and throughout the day we held a crowd of about 70 to 80 people. Funds raised was just under $1,000. We've got a lot of friends, and some had nowhere to go for Thanksgiving. So like family, we reach out to each other and things happen. Motorcyclists riding for a cause care about people and want to do what they can to help. With the exception of a few people like the ones you see here, most have put their rides in the garage for the winter. But it doesn't mean they've stopped caring or helping. I have found the motorcycle community and the brotherhood and sisterhood they share with each other to be some of the most compassionate and accepting people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. And I'm pretty sure you will agree. I hope you enjoyed this week's show and will join us again next Sunday morning for more Ridin Steel.
Bandit, Freeport. And thank you for watching Ridin Steel.